once you have got your clarity, once you have declared what you are having, awesome, Melody, make it non-negotiable. So you've declared it, but it's easy then for many people to just let day-to-day life get in the way. So once you've declared it, put it somewhere where you can see it. How do you make it non-negotiable? There are several ways. I'm going to go through many of those on the free webinar. I don't have lots of time to go through those today. But making that non-negotiable is super important. If you allow things to get in your way, if you allow other people to decide how your time is spent and in what state your time is spent, because I understand and I know that there are things that we need to do every day. I need to make sure my children are fed and I want to love them. That might not be on my non-negotiable list from the perspective of, say, my life purpose, for example, but it's still on my ideal life list. So while I'm doing those things, kids, they get young. I've got a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and an 11-year-old. So my 6-year-old does not listen to a word anyone says. She has got her own mind, and I love that. My 8-year-old, hypersensitive. And my 11-year-old is going through hormones. So sometimes the time that I'm spending with them can be a bit trying. So at that point, yes, I slip back into the human stuff. But equally, what I choose to do is in that particular moment, I remember that that's the moment that I've got. It is that moment that's important, not thinking about what I'm doing 5 or 10 minutes later, not thinking about half an hour later when I'm doing a live, not thinking about an hour later when I've got a session. It is that moment that's important. And that's how you keep in flow, because you are sitting with the present moment with that awareness. For myself, I remind myself, because I've got pictures of them as babies on the wall, I remind myself that that time flies past. It won't be long before those little arms are bigger adult arms. It won't be long before the voices change from child voices to adult voices. And it may not be long, although my 11-year-old still cuddles, it may not be long before they don't want to cuddle and they don't want to hug and pile all over the sofa. I hope that never ends, because that's like the joy and the bliss of my day. But that moment is important. And however they're feeling, I tune in and I see what I can do. And it might just be just being there, just being that hug, being with them present. And that's so, so, so important. So those are the 3 tips. So putting those together, once you've got the clarity, once you've declared it to the universe, and once you've made it non-negotiable, it's up to you to take action. Now, taking action, again, I look at it in a very different way nowadays. I used to push, 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 push. It used to be, I need to do this, 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 and this, and this, and this action to get to my goal. It was very cognitive. It was very conscious. I would write it down. I'm lists. I mean, look. This is my list for today. So not very long, but it didn't used to be like that. I used to have lists everywhere in the house. Everything was super organized. I'm still pretty organized, but I've released a lot of that. So in order to live the life in flow every day, what I do is I write down no more than 3 things that I want to achieve by the end of the day. And I make them small. So for example, one of my things that's non-negotiable is to make sure I've got my morning routine. That is meditate, exercise, and meditate, exercise, and morning nutrition. Because nutrition, I'm actually still getting to grips with. I'm one of those people that, people say, I forget to eat. Yeah, I get into the amazement of life and I forget I've actually got a human body and I forget to eat. So it's not because I don't love food, because I adore food. So then I don't eat all day, get a headache, and then like eat in the evening. So this is one of the things that's my goals to change at the moment. And sometimes it's just taking an easy way out. An easy way out for me is I'm testing a plant-based natural smoothie thing. That's nice and easy. So I can just literally just put it in, whiz it up and drink it. And I've got my nutrition. I know it's natural and I know it's plant-based. So that's just me. So that's the first thing that is non-negotiable for me on my list, on my to-do list. I may also have a business goal. So for example, for today, I have set up a business goal that has to be done, which is to get my event structure sorted. That has to be done by the end of the day. Everything else is by the by. Of course, I have a schedule of what I'm doing for my business, but that's a specific goal for today for me. And then third one for me for today is to just connect with the kids and actually to do something for me. And the something for me today is to go and sing in choir this evening. And yeah, living life in the flow. Bye guys, bye.